Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Joseph Parker, despite showing immense courage and fortitude, is knocked out in the 11th round by the rampaging Joyce. What a unit this guy is. He's huge. Where do you begin with this one? It was an absorbing heavyweight fight. Really quite intriguing, actually. As you were watching it, you were thinking, what's going to happen next? Because first round, I thought Parker nicked it with the odd punch. You couldn't go the other way if you wanted. But in the second round, Joyce started to really get his hands moving a bit. And by the end of it, Parker, I think, had a bloody nose. Maybe a bit of blood coming out of his mouth. I think it was his nose, though. And in the third round, he was beginning to look really ragged because Joyce, Jesus Christ, I mean, Parker was landing flush individual punches, right hands, sharp, fast right hands. Joyce couldn't get out of the way. He would take one and blink. That's all he'd do, blink, and move forward. Just kept on going, moved his hands a lot, battering ram jab, and from the early as certainly as the second or third round, Joyce was banging to the body as well. Parker at times looked very ragged, but was firing punches back. He was firing in spurts. There were you know, sort of long periods, maybe 20 seconds when Parker wouldn't do anything, 30 seconds even. He might throw the odd punch, and then suddenly he'd come to life and he'd sag on the ropes and Joyce would be on the front foot. There was just nowhere to hide in that ring for Joseph Parker. He was, like I say, he would sag on the ropes. Sometimes he'd slip under the lead arm, step to the side and go for a little walkabout. But Joyce, what an engine this guy has got. He's got one of the best jaws I think I've ever seen on a heavyweight. I mean, this is real George Chuvalo stuff, you know, chin-wise. And Parker, again, was landing some brilliant flush punches. When Joyce landed flush, Parker seemed to feel it more. He was also feeling the body punches quite a bit. And if you remember before the fight, you know, a lot of people were saying, myself included, you know, Parker's going to have to go at the body early on from the word go. He didn't really. It was Joyce doing all the body work. People say there's a vulnerability to Joyce where the body work is concerned. He got stung by Bryant Jennings in the first round of their fight. I thought, yeah, Parker's got to test the body. He didn't get a chance. Didn't try, really. It was all over the top, overhand rights, sharp individual punches. A couple of uppercuts landed. I can't remember which round they were, but they were flush uppercuts. There was one, I think it was when we were in the mid-rounds, where Parker landed an uppercut that was bang on the button, and Joyce just, his head snapped back. His eyes weren't dulled at all, and he came back with interest and pushed Parker onto the ropes and started landing his own. You're almost tempted to call them cumbersome punches, but they're so effective, and they are. There's a lot more technique to this guy than people have given him credit for, me included. You know, he isn't that sort of, you know, mummy-like figure from the old black and white horror films who sort of, you know, walks after the opponent, you know. No. This guy's got a lot more technique, especially with the jab. He's got good, all of his individual punches are very good. His right hand's very good. He's intelligent. He works the body and the head, which I say this virtually every video I do. I like to see a bit of work, both sides, left and right, up and down, head, body, head. You know, for a heavyweight, he actually throws a lot of punches. And Parker, to his credit, although he was being rattled consistently by these, you know, sack of cement punches that were landing on him, he wasn't going anyway. He would, as early as the third round, he looked like he might be out of it or sagging badly, but he wasn't. He would come back to life. His body language would look bad. He was cut badly. I can't remember which round. There was a bad cut. So there was blood all over his face. He looked like he'd been in the wars because he had been in a war. But he was hanging tough in there and trying his best, and did win a few rounds. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He was winning some rounds just on sheer overachieving determination. But gradually, Joyce wore him down, and it was, even though in the 11th round you thought, well, Parker, you know, could well last the distance. Probably wasn't going to win on points, but, you know, a gallant effort. Suddenly, out of the blue, Parker was being pushed back into one of the corners, or manoeuvred back into one of the corners, and Joyce unleashed a deceptively fast, this is a over 19 stone guy, this is, and it was a deceptively fast left hook that crept around the side of Parker's head, landed on the, sort of between the temple and the eye socket, and knocked Parker flat on his back in one of the corners. Parker's eyes told the tale. He didn't know where he was. He did get up. I think maybe he just about 9.5 might have beaten the count. He had his back to the ref. He was clambering up the ropes. When he hit the floor, his head sagged and everything. But he did try to recover, try to, you know, do one of those resurrection jobs that his mate Tyson Fury did in the first fight against Wilder. It wasn't meant to be. He had his back to the ref. The ref counted him out, essentially. Did he beat the count? I don't know. It's a moot point, isn't it, really? But immense courage, immense determination from Parker. People have said, myself included, I'm guilty of all these things I'm accusing other people of. You know, he's too soft, he ain't got enough spite. Make no mistake about it, this is a real fighting man. A guy who ships his punishment like a real man, like a real warrior. It wasn't enough. He couldn't get through it today against Joyce, but then he was in there with this frightening, ferocious, relentless machine of a man. I mean, that's the only way I can put it. At no point did Joyce look hurt at any time, despite shipping some big punishment. I don't think he was cut. You know, never mind testing this guy for PEDs. You want to test him to see if he's a bloody human being. He's like a huge robot. It just keeps coming for you, like one of those old mummies from the old black and white movies. Is just like that. Muhammad Ali used to call George Foreman that. You know, the mummy. That's what he called him. He'd give one a nickname. George Foreman was the mummy. This guy, that's scary. It's scary how tough this guy is, how much punishment he can take. And Parker gave his all. Parker didn't really fight badly. He just couldn't handle it. It was just too much going on. There was too much coming at him, too much mass. So yeah, an 11th round left hook knockout for Joe Joyce. Moves on to, one would think, a world title shot. I think he's WBO. This was for the WBO interim title, meaningless as far as I'm concerned. But it does put him in a position, at least, I suppose, where he can fight for the main title, currently held by Alexander Usyk. Usyk and Joyce, they fought in the amateurs. A rematch would be very, very intriguing indeed. But as for Parker, if he wants to, he can regroup. No shame in losing to Joyce. He can come back. I don't think he's going to be a world champ again. But there's probably still some paydays out there for him. You never know. Rematch with Dillian Whyte, maybe. Why not? But yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the fight? Oh, it was a good heavyweight fight. I enjoyed it. Leave your comments below, as always. Thank you very much for your time, for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, you could subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help the channel out a lot. Nice one. And catch you again sometime soon. Good fight, this. If you haven't seen it, try and check it out. Grab it on YouTube or Daily Motion or wherever. It was on BT Sport, but, you know, never mind. Catch you later. Thanks for your time. Speak soon. Bye-bye for now.